What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time I'm taking a look at TJGameBox out on Twitter. Big ups Pimp for tracking and keeping Phil accountable as it relates to his WWE Champions addiction. And oh my lord, our boy TJ reported out this weekend, I believe about 12 hours ago, of Phil's events on WWE Champions, and oh my lord, the boy is going loco on WWE Champions. I mean, I can't understand the hold that this game has on DSP. It just makes no sense, especially and the other players in the whales out here, where they spend thousands of dollars every month playing this boring game. I mean, Candy Crush is more fun than this game, and essentially that's all it is. It's just lining up gems and having them explode, and of course dishing out your money. So TJGameBox reported out that Phil had spent over the weekend $1,444 on WWE Champions. That was if excuse me, that was without Macho, I guess the Macho Man card or coin or whatever the case is, and 1,109 with Macho. So he reported out that Phil was really close to hitting top 10. I mean, he's down to 19. So that, of course, you guys know is because his tips have been down, his money and income have been down the last 2 weeks, which I've talked about, and he doesn't have that kind of money to keep whaling out and keep up with the other whales in this game. So, you know, den heads, you know, step up, give up some more money. Phil needs to get into that top 10. So yeah, so I just found it hilarious that, you know, this man that's trying to milk his dents for everything, including charging to change LED lighting, is essentially funneling Vince McMahon's retirement. That's essentially what Phil is doing here. And I went out and I took a look out on Phil's WWE Champions profile. Of course, it's down from the Raptors. As you can see, he was on here yesterday, which was probably like 2 o'clock our time, probably like 11 o'clock his time. And of course, he was out here wailing out and playing WWE Champions, you know, trying to get them JPEGs and trying to level up. What is it now? Is it level 7? That's what that's what he has to rank up to now, level 7. I'm not sure. Anyways, you guys can see our boy Phil has a consecutive login streak of 1,804 times, or yeah, I would say times. And then times played, he played 2,159 days. Oh my lord, that equates to about 7 years of Phil's life he's wasted on this horrible game. So yeah, so I took a look at, you know, his stats and stuff, and you know, I looked at his faction, which is Sons of SmackDown, and I wanted to see how Phil is doing here. And apparently, you know, Phil is wailing out. Of course, he is ranked 4th in the faction. He has more wins, I think, than, well, yeah, 4th place, I guess, for wins. And then if you look at strongest members, so essentially that means whoever is holding up the guild, holding up, you know, their faction and wailing out, that is, of course, none other than DSP himself. He is number one with a roster talent of 6,810,440 points. Oh my lord, the second one has less than 1.7 million less than Phil. So I'm guessing Samurai Mark doesn't have den heads to help him you know, fund the faction like Phil does. Samurai's probably working a 9 to 5, and, you know, probably, you know, has no girlfriends, lives at home with his mother, and probably, you know, borrows his mom's credit card from time to time to help pay for the JPEGs and the pulls. So yeah, I found it really interesting that Phil, of course, you know, is still wailing out and going crazy on this boring, stupid game. I can't wait for this game to end, to go away, which it probably never will, because you have these type of whales that keep funding it. But eventually it has to die and move on to something else. And Phil may have a mental breakdown. I mean, that's how invested he is in this horrible game. So when Phil tells you he doesn't have money, or he can't buy something, or he can't afford something, or he can only make, you know, he can only buy a $40 ring light because that's all he can afford, point him to this and say, hey pimp, maybe you should take some of that $1,400 that you wasted on JPEGs and, you know, invest it in your business, your stream. I mean, 1442 buys you a very nice laptop these days. I mean, a very nice PC. You get a nice PC with like a 3070 RTX 3070, about an AMD 7 series 5900 CPU with some, maybe, you know, 16 to 32 gigabytes of RAM, something powerful where he can play PC games, he can stream, he can edit, and he can make his, you know, he can't make his gameplay any better because he's terrible, but at least he can make his streams a little more prettier. Anyway, big ups to TJ. Keep holding this person. I want to be nice, so I'm going to say this person. Keep holding him accountable and documenting all his L's. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.